Hello, we are Kaitlin and Nia. We're going to show you how to simplify radicals.
We need to know how to simplify radicals because in math, our answers have to be consistent.
For example, if somebody writes the square root of 48, and somebody writes 2 square root of 12, and somebody writes 4 square root of 3, these are all about 6.93 in decimal form.
We need to have a consistent way for simplifying radicals so everyone can understand it. There are many different types of radicals to simplify.
In this video, we will cover simple square roots, advanced radicals, radicals in simplest form, and radicals with variables.
To begin, we will start with simple square roots. These radicals break down to a whole number. An example would be the square root of 25. The square root of 25 simplified down would be 5. Pause the video to try the next few examples by yourself. The answer to the first one is 7. The answer to the second one is 9. And the answer to the last one is 12.
That should have been a review for most of you, but now we will move on to some advanced radicals. These are radicals that do not simplify to a whole number. So instead of solving, you have to simplify. For example, the square root of 27. You have to divide this number by a prime number like 3, 5, or 7. A prime number is a number greater than 1 that can only be divided by 1 or itself. So let's try the example. 27 can be divided by 3. We chose 3 because it is the largest prime number that goes into 27. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Now we have to figure out the largest number that goes into 9. The largest number is 3. Now we divide 9 by 3, and we are left with 3. Now we have 3 3s. 1, 2, 3. Because we are working with a square root, in order to take a number out of the square root, it must be squared. So if you have 3 3s, then we group them into pairs of 2. Now the pair of 3s can be moved outside of the square root. And we are left with 1 3, which has to stay inside the square root because it is not a pair. So the answer is 3 square root of 3. Now we will look at a more difficult one. The square root of 320 can be divided by 5, leaving you with 64, which can be divided by 2, leaving you with 32. 32 can be divided by 2, leaving you with 16. 16 can be divided by 2, leaving you with 8. 8 can be divided by 2, leaving you with 4. 4 can be divided by 2, leaving you with 2. Now we have to simplify it into pairs of 2. After dividing, the prime numbers that we are left with are 5, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Divided into pairs of 2, we can write this as the square root of 5, 2 squared, 2 squared times 2 squared. But we can rewrite this as 2 times 2 times 2 square root of 5 because the pairs can be taken out of the square root. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, and then we still have the square root of 5. So that's your answer, 8 square root of 5. Pause the video to try these examples on your own. The answers are 5 square root 7, 6 square root 6, 4 square root 15, and 2 square root 11.
Okay. Other types of radicals are simplest form radicals. These are radicals that are already in simplest form. Some of these include the square root of 47 and the square root of 235. These radicals are already in the simplest form they can be.
The last type of radicals that we're going to cover are radicals with variables. This may look confusing at first, but I can assure you it is easier than it looks. I'll show you an example. The square root of x to the 4th power, y to the 16th power, and n. First, I am going to show you an easy way to look at this visually. We have 4 x's, 16 y's, and 1 n. Now we can group them into pairs. The pairs can come out of the square root. So we have square root n. This means that we have 2 pairs of x's, 8 pairs of y's, and 1 n, which we can rewrite as 2x, 8y, square root of n. Let's look at another one. The square root of a to the 25th and f to the 4th. So 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we have 2f 12a square root a. Pause the video to try these other examples on your own. The answers are 9m, 146, c, 47, b, square root c, and 1987, k.
Now you are all pros at simplifying radicals. You know how to simplify simple radicals, advanced radicals, radicals in simplest form, and radicals with variables. And you can see that we need to know how to simplify radicals in order to be consistent.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Can we group them into pairs of 2?
I'm just gonna start this over. Yeah, we're just gonna
Erase that.
Yeah, forget about
What
that.
if this was recording? Like it stopped recording like in 5 minutes.
If we have the square root, the square root, the square root.
The people are watching.
It's not showing up.
Kaitlin, what did you do?
Nothing.
Kaitlin, what did you do? Oh, Jesus.
I didn't do anything. I broke it. I know it's because you added so many slides, probably. It can't handle having that many slides.
Fine. I'll delete all of them. Some of them. I don't
No,
know.
just delete all of them and then we can click add, and if it takes some time to load, we can just edit it out.
How do we?
Let's see what happens. Okay.
Wait, what did you do?
Hit refresh.
Oh no, it's not going to say.
There was nothing to save. Okay.
I'm sorry. The worst part.
Come on.
That's what I said. That it's good, not good, safe. At least we're only back to 3 slides.
Come
At
on.
least it's still
Zoe.
working.
Okay. Oh, that deleted really fast. Oh no, our name's gonna be on the. Okay, good.
Simplify.
Actually, we should write like a pretty title page, like.
You should do a background of a dog.
I hate it.
This is not Spanish. Okay, we do not put
Spanish?
We do not put exclamation point in front of the whole thing.
Well, that would be an upside down exclamation point. Anyway, shall we begin?
We need to restart the
Black.
Can you please just save it? Just
There's literally nothing to say. Oh well, okay. That was supposed to be this. Stop. Thank you. No.
so complicated.
Yes. Okay.
The answer is always yes.
Good. It's still recording probably.
We could cut it out.
Yeah. We just cut it out. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. We all good.
Now start over.
Other type of radicals are simplest form radicals. These are radicals that are already in simplest form. Some of them include the square root of 47 and the square root of 235. These radicals are already in the simplest form they can be. Wait, I gotta redo that. 'Cause you want me to just repeat that whole thing?
Yeah. So we have 2f 12a square root a. It's not an a.
You want me to?
A.
You want me to write that?
Yeah.
If you don't want to erase the whole thing, then just click on the eraser. You could just say draw square.
No.
You can make the eraser
It's
bigger.
fine. It's fine.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go forever. We only have 8 minutes left.
Okay. Where did I stop?
You stopped A at the square root of A.
They're gonna be able to see that we cut this. Anyway,
You have to write the A.
I know I'm writing the A. Okay. Of